Hey there, Diesel Hub. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just waiting to get everything lined out before I dig in. This is my first run through of the official game. Now, I want to check and see if they did include some enemy AI and any other improvements from the press build. Diesel Hub. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just waiting to get everything lined out before I dig in. This is my first run through of the official game. Now, I want to check and see if they did include some enemy AI. Roger that. Sound check. Good. Thank you. All right. I don't know if we have more than one or two people here, but I'm going to go ahead and line up the game and see what it does. I've got my computer specs at the top. I need to put my specs in the comments of the YouTube stream. I will at some point. Still waiting for my other 16 gigabyte RAM chip to show up. The first one I put in wasn't compatible with the original RAM. When they say you can mix RAM sticks from different brands, not in every case. Didn't work for me at all. Matthew, good morning. Good to see you again. Let's see. I've got build 113.1 511. So let's assume that that is the same build you get when you buy the game. Steam would not let me buy the game because it said I already own it. So I will probably have to figure out what to do to buy it. All right, looks like the same missions. Anybody that wants to tell me this mission is what I should be shooting for, I've tried this mission like 6 times, and unless they fixed it, this mission is impossible to play. At least it is for me. I cannot contact any enemy submarines. Any surface warfare. God help it, sounds great. Let's see what it says. Cruise ship? Oh no. Oh boy, Black Plague. So I have to go in and sink a cruise ship. Oh no, China's coming in to help. President of the United States has deemed the risk too high, ordered me to sink the ship. Oh, that sounds like the president, all right. It must be I'm not going to get political. Never mind. All right. I don't know. That's not what I'm really shooting for. I want something that's got an enemy ship to go after. Spectral Ops. So it's very limited on the single mission types. It's got like 7. Yeah, about 7. I'm going to go back and check out the quick action. Oh, wait. Let me check my settings. Diesel Lab says all he can see is Discord. Tell me now. You should be able to see the game menus. Tell me yes or no. I appreciate it. All right, what are we looking at here? Sonar recording 8.8. This all looks the same as the way I left it. Looks the same as the way I left it. Just Discord. Okay. Hang on a second. Let me see what happened here. Discord audio capture, window capture, quests. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're right. That's all I see too is Discord. Okay. Okay, let me figure it out. They haven't had this app before. Window capture Discord. I don't want that. What if I close Discord? Let me see here. Boink. Haha! Discord was getting in the way. This OBS is complicated. That should do it. That should do it. Let's check the Steam page. Yeah, you're right. That's all I see too. Discord. Okay. Okay. That should do it. That should do it. Let's check the Steam. Okay, Matthew is confirming we can see the game again. And I'll go back and show you what I saw earlier. Here are the scenarios. There are only 7, which is very, very few. I'm sure they'll add more. I got a huge data dump from the developers this morning. I haven't had a chance to go through, but it tells me a lot of information about questions I had from the initial build that I tried. And now my mic's super quiet. Let me take a look here. Mic. All right, that should be loud. I'll just hold it. Matthew is confirming we can see the game again. All right. Here are the scenarios. There are only 7, which is very, very few. I'm sure they'll add more. Okay, let's go directly into the action. I mainly just want to see how the game feels. 1 versus 1. These are not enabled yet. Convoy hunt, crew strike. So none of this has changed. This seems to be almost exactly the same. They haven't added this, at least in the version I have. Block 3, what I'm familiar with. 1 versus 1 or convoy hunt. Well, since the convoy hunt includes merchants and they don't fight back, I'm going for 1 versus 1. Let's just see what happens. Hopefully Diesel Lab will have some sound in the game in a second. I will say one thing. I have 16 gigs of RAM in my system. I have another 16 gigs coming today that I hope will help the game out, but it takes a long time to load the games. From loading the initial game, it can take like 3 or 4 minutes. Okay. Seems like we're live, mostly. All right, nothing's happening here. Waiting for the game to load up. Is it loaded? No, it's not loaded yet. Yep, nothing's happening here. I'm stuck in blue limbo, waiting for it to respond. The hold up for release. Yeah, from what I understand, the developers wanted to make a last minute change to the build that they had submitted to Steam for release, and Steam has to do a check, which can take days, I suppose. I hear something in the game. Sounds like a can opener. I got a bad feeling the game is not going to load. You can see it's maxing out my RAM. That's probably not helping much. They had submitted to Steam for release, and Steam has to do a check, which can take Okay. No go. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Checking up to date. Okay, let's try it again. Here we go. Push one button and then take my hand off the keyboard until I get a game going. Okay, let's try it again. Here we go. Push one button and then take my hand off the keyboard until I get a game going. Waiting, waiting, waiting. You have to be a patient person. Waiting for the game to load. If you just tuned in, we are starting up the game. And it does take a while to load. I understand, Matthew. Standing by for the game to load. That's what we're waiting on. Slowly but surely. I have not asked them any I haven't asked the dev team any questions about loading times. I assume they, like all developing teams, they do everything they can to optimize the game and make it load as quickly as possible. So they may have some room for improvement in this area that they haven't gotten to yet. I don't know. It's one of the things I'll ask on my follow-up. What about load times? I know if I click anything, I'll get the option to close the program or wait, and I'm just going to leave it alone. I know Wolfpack has the same issue. It takes a while to load. Renical says I might need to restart Steam and then try to launch the game. That's a good idea. If this time it fails, I probably will, and I'll probably go through and check my task menu to see if I have any other programs running. Right now my CPU is just kind of idling at about 50%. So I don't think my computer's slowing it down. I reboot. Yeah, maybe I do need to do a reboot. Check my config file settings and stuff. Remember those days? You had to make a special bat file to make a game work. Clear your extended memory. There's my submarine. No, that's not my submarine. There's my submarine. No, that's not my submarine. That's not a bad looking submarine. I'm not going to escape the, what do you call it? Pre-game thing. Just going to let it play out. Now that's my submarine. You can't escape all the stuff. The pre-game teaser. Yeah, change F15. Okay. Wondering why it didn't ask me to make a new profile. It seemed like it would have. Okay, we've been here before. All right. So now we're going to start. We're going to get directly into the action. Convoy hunt, 1 versus 1. Shallow. We're going to go deep just to make it easy. We're going to get started here. Okay. I'm going to push the start mission button. And I'm going to sit tight. Elvar Mar 2280. They say it does. I got some notes from the development team, or at least the community manager, one of the marketing guys, and said that yes, it does. Let me quote it to you if I can find it. Oh, that's a good sign. Yes, enemies for initial release, they defend. Chaff flares, decoys, close-in weapon systems maneuvers quite aggressively and will attack you quite aggressively. And he says there are missions against SSN and SSKs. All the subs are present in the current recognition menu or in the game. So we'll see. All right, we've been here before. Let me hit the F key and see if anything happens here. Oh, that sounds good. That doesn't look good. Come on. Oh, no, no, not again, not again, not again. Diesel Hub, have a good day. Thanks for joining me, buddy. Looks like it's going to be another one of those days here. Time to restart Steam, I guess. Son of a bitch. All right, let's just, we're going to restart Steam. Exit Steam. And give it a second here. I'm going to go through and check to see if I have any additional programs running. Close one of my web browsers. That's off. Nothing else is running. What's on over here? Close some of this. This. Close that. All right. I wonder if the stream's still running when I don't have a game playing. Let's start up Steam again. Updating Steam, extracting package, launching. Boy, slow start. He says I should try to. All right, let's do the integrity thing here. Well, let's skip that. I want to go ahead and see if I can make this thing play one more time. one more shot here. And then we will check the integrity of the files. That does take a few minutes. Amateur hobbyist is disputing and debating the price point. Yeah, I understand completely. $60 is a lot for an early access game. It's totally legitimate to think about it, or to even wait. That's what early access is for. Amateur hobbyist is disputing and debating price point. I understand completely. $60 is a lot for an early access game. It's totally legitimate to think about it, or to even wait. That's what early access is for. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not having any luck, am I? I think this string may come to an early end. Oh, here we go. Sort of. All right, escape key. Log in. I think I'm going to resign. Now I'm going to make a new one. I'll try that. One more time for the glory. Just going to sit here and wait. Usually the game starts with some interior control room sounds. It moves to the control room, and after a few seconds, the control room loads and the game will roll then. like that. I'll give it a few more seconds. Yeah, see, my RAM is filled up, baby. 15.6 gigs of RAM. That's not what I wanted. Let's see here. No. Me and the control are fighting. Right click. Manned auto crew. Reported thermal. Thermal at 27. No, 40 feet. That's good. Okay. I'd love to turn the music off, but I don't dare change anything. Let's go and look at the map. Same place I always am. Oh hell, let's change the music, see if it'll let me do it. Audio. Let's save it. Okay, that didn't crash the game. Alright, so that's where we are. Let's go and stream our towed array. Extend the thin towed array. We got contacts already. Beautiful. Oh, I like it. I like it. Now we've got this working. I like it. I like it. All right, we're going to just click that up there to look at. What is our depth? Jesus, we're on the surface. Who ordered that? Well, I guess we can tell if the enemy sees us or not. That looks just like the enemy. Well, let's go to our photonic mast. Raise the mast. Shouldn't have to raise it very far. Oh Lord, somebody's lighting us up too. Okay, that looks like an enemy ship. So we should be dead. Completely dead, I would think. But so far, no problems, huh? We're going to switch to 320. We're going to speed up. Going to go to sonar and take a look, see what they're telling us. Cool, cool, cool. Fire control. Okay, enough of that. How do we turn that thing off? Here we go. I'll have to do some research and find out how to silence that alarm. We are cavitating. Okay, good, good. I want to cavitate. I want them to hear us. I want them to say, look, there's them damn Yankees. Somebody should try to sink us. It's 1 versus 1, and we're one of the 2 ones. And that other guy's the remaining one. Come on. Ramming speed. Rent-A-Cow is asking why they haven't detected me. That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe we're not at war with them. I don't know how to get them to respond. I can't lay a shot across their bow with the deck gun. They sent me to sea with no deck gun. What else can I do to alert them, let them know I'm creeping up on them? I'm gonna see if my radar works. I've never used radar in the game. Where's radar? There we go. Raise the mast. Still cavitating. Do we have a radar mast up? That's as close as I can get. Yeah, I think that's it right there. Boy, this is some nice graphics, though. I have to say that. It looks really nice. Now, is he doing anything? Is he moving? Yeah, I suppose he is. Still cavitating. Yeah, I don't know about the AI, at least not in this mission. This is not the kind of response I would expect. And that's the only other vessel out here, according to the, man, he is moving fast too, isn't he? All right. I'm going to yeah, Renical says there's no AI except when they steer away from you. Yeah. Well, that's AI, I guess. He's hauling ass trying to get out of Dodge. The periscope is so difficult to work. Let's just call this... Oh, Lord. Okay, we got to find a way to silence that thing. It's driving me crazy. Photo, signal, early warning. There we go. Who says I can't be taught? Where was I? Were you using tube 2? I guess so. I don't know why I always start with the second tube. Uh-oh. Looks like the settings have changed. Now it's going to take a while. That's fine. We have to get back in here. Tube 2, S1, assign solution. Enable. Let's go 1500. Speed. We want high. Update. Did I choose the wrong mission? Probably. I mean, there aren't that many to choose from. I think the next one I'll try is the one of the career missions. What is that red there? That's interesting. Oh, good Lord. That's not right. Hold on a second. Let's go back to TMA. That is not right. Let's call it 5,000. Reapply that. Yeah, that's closer. Something like that. Looks like, because speed, not 100 knots. Let's go 15. I think my solution needs a lot of refining here, but we have a visual bearing on him. And that's more than enough. Of course, he's changing course, so then I can't expect that to that line to stay the same. Whoa, that's so fidgety. I'm going to have to check and see if holding the shift key down will slow it. And he's turning hard. Look at him. I like that. He is cranked over, baby. So he is trying to evade, I would say. Either that or he's taking water over the transom. All right, where were we? Oh, yeah, we're going to shoot him. Son of a gun is changing course like crazy. And we're just going to take a shot at him, just see how close we can get. I know he's going different. We need to change that. He's got a different course now. I'm going to try this. All right, apply that. Sign the solution and shoot. Wait for the door to open. We'll see how close this snapshot goes. But he's not shooting at us. By now I would have thought that's what would have happened. There goes our torpedo. All right, let's see if this torpedo is doing what I want it to do. Yeah, it's doing pretty much what I want it to do. Let's get a new bearing on him. Oh yeah, this is going to be easy. Going to run him down. How far away is he now? 4,300 meters, yards. Angle on the bow is about the same. Mark. All right, let's go to our TMA. That is wherever he is. It's hard to tell which of these is recent. I think it's this one. That's my visual one. I'm going to split the difference. That ought to be close enough for government work, right? Assign V1. Uh-oh. There we go. Now it ought to turn a little bit. It's in search mode. It is turning. Now it's in attack mode. My wire-guided torpedo is doing exactly what a wire-guided torpedo should do. Oh, cool. Look, now he's heading straight away from us, running as hard as he can. He's not even turning anymore. I wonder if he's ejecting noisemakers. They said they have countermeasures, but I don't remember if I saw that was noisemakers or just chaff. Regardless, my torpedo thinks he's found something. See if we can cheat. I can't see anything up there. There we go. Is that going in the right direction? Can't. Yep, there he is. He's a cooked duck. Cooked duck. When I get back to port, I'm going to brag about how I sank an enemy ship while on the surface, while cavitating. Okay, so where did he go? There he is. All right, I want to change course again. Heading 290. All right, we're going to say heading 250. And in case you just tuned into the stream, I'm only doing one thing, just interacting with the enemy in the most obvious, flamboyant way possible to see what kind of reaction I get. And right now, the only real reaction is he seems to try to be evading me. My torpedo is in attack mode, so that tells me he knows I'm on the way. Still going pretty slow, though. I wonder how fast he's going. Don't know. Yeah, he's going straight away from me. So now my solution gets super clear. Let's see here. Hang on. We've got a cheat here. Let me see how it works. Is that it? Yeah. So according to this, he is going 22 knots. I believe that's how that works. That's all it says. And my torpedo ought to be closing up on him pretty quick. Unless my torpedo is one of those recall torpedoes. Yep, making progress. All right, so assuming that I can hit him and kill him, and he still doesn't fire back, I would say the AI is partially working, but the jury is still out on whether the enemy AI will try to hunt me or attack me. Renical says that Evade is doing a lot of heavy lifting. I suppose. There's my torpedo. I can see it zooming in on him. They're wetting their pants now. 3, 2, 1. Boom, baby. Hit him where it hurts the most. He's going to sink now. My experience so far in this game has been whenever you hit them in the stern, they're going down. Just like in high school prom. Yeah. Cooked goose. Let me see if time compression will do it. Let's check our stats here. Oh, baby. Using about 70% of my GPU. That's pretty impressive. But I'm still getting 39 frames per second, 43. Very cool, very cool. All right, he's lost way, and he is sinking. We're going to see what the time compression does here. 2 time compression seems to be holding. 2 time compression is good. It's double what it normally does. I wonder if I get a victory menu that pops up automatically. You would think once he's sunk, it would tell me the mission is over. So yeah, I'm running 80% of my GPU, but that does include OBS. And I do have a browser window open. Yeah, he was appearing to steam away from me. He made several course changes. We saw him that one time when he was banking really hard. Okay, so I don't see any point in staying in this scenario. Let's go ahead and go to the after action report. See what it looks like. Success. Perfect. Let's do the review. I love the review. Sensor data. It's going to be interesting when this sensor data will show him way off at first because I had to change my solution. He is just hauling ass. And I am turning to follow him. I wanted to ram him at first, but he's going really fast. Now that's my sensor data, which I had it off a bit. Then I refined it. Then I steered my torpedo. And then it doesn't matter anymore. He's just getting creamed. And that's the end of the mission. All right. Well, let's try a scenario. Ready? Scenario. One last thing to check, though. I want to see if my reloading gameplay. I want to see if my reloading times, walk speed, graphics, audio realism. Well, what did they call that? Realistic procedure times off. Only because for testing, I like to do things as quickly as possible. Okay, I'm going to get a new cup of coffee. I want to hear from you which one of these missions we should try next. I do have to warn you, this ASW mission, unless they've changed it, it's a long mission just to make sonar contact. This doesn't sound like anything interesting. I'm going to just be blowing up some islands. I don't know what to say about that one. I'm training against a small force of U.S. Navy ships, helicopters. So does that mean I can't sink them? This one sounds like fun, but this is just sink a cruise ship. This is sink a yacht or protect a yacht. This is a submarine mission, it looks like, but it says special ops, which is the least interesting thing. We'll see. I'll be back. Stand by. Okay, I'm back. Ships, helicopters, MPA. They only give us 2 choices. Of course, we do have one other choice, which would be a random scenario. I just don't know how random it is. 1 versus 1 is only a surface ship. We played that one. Convoy hunt. Start random mission. Start mission. I need to ask them about this. I don't know exactly what this does. Does this change their starting location, or does it change the kind of units? I don't know. But we played one of those, so I'm going to start a scenario. Scenario it is. And we're going to do the training exercise. See, when you select this filter, that's all you get. And this one is a long mission. Day in the life of a CO. Here we go. Loading a mission. Mission seems to be loaded. Ooh, it tells me to proceed to the surface for a radio briefing. Now, this is supposed to be a training mission where you're competing against fellow U.S. Navy ships. But what they don't know is I've gone rogue and I'm operating for the Portuguese, and I am going to sink everything I can. And we will find out if they will respond to it. Of course, we're waiting for the game to load again. Waiting for the game to load. I'm afraid to click anything. There we go again. Game won't load. We'll give it a little bit more time. We did get a mission out of it before we got to this point. One thing I will suggest, if you buy this game and you're going to play it, be very patient with the loading times. All right. Son of a bitch. All right. Cloud status. We don't care about the cloud status. Launch this damn game. Relaunching the game. This is try number 3. And it does take a long time for the game to load. I've said that every single time I've loaded it, but that's for the benefit of anybody just tuning in, wonder why we're looking at a black screen. The black screens are what I'm known for too. This has got to be the boringest chat live stream session I've ever had. Not the chat, but the live stream. A lot of nothing happening here. A lot of nothing happening here. It's always possible I am doing something wrong. I don't know what it is, though. Still loading. Still loading. I'm about to give up on this. Just wasted an hour of my life. Still loading. Just wasted an hour of my life. Still loading. Finally. It takes so long to load this game. Alright, what were we doing? Yeah, that's right. We were going to try a scenario. This scenario. Start mission and don't touch anything. So long to load this game. What were we doing? Yeah, that's right. We were going to try a scenario. This scenario. Start mission and don't touch anything. Rent a cow. No, I don't really care for the refund stuff. I mean, if I got to keep the game anyway, just to try out the new builds when they put them out. As part of what Subsim does. But if you're unsure about it, definitely hold off. I mean, it's not going to hurt you as a consumer to wait. Check some other streamers too. Check Wolfpack 345. He's a much more experienced streamer than I am. I got to keep the game anyway, just to try out the new builds when they put them out. Check to see if he's having more success than I am. Of course, if I wanted to make this look like a smooth operation, I wouldn't live stream. Boy, somebody is trying to reach me. Who is it? It's probably radio. Let's go back and check the radio. Antennas, messages. Oh crap, I'm too deep. Too deep, too deep. All right. What is that message? Proceed to the surface for radio briefing. Is that it? Okay, I'll do that. Proceed to the surface. To the surface. I don't want to go all the way to the surface, though. Okay, we got to find out what that tone is. I've never seen this. I've never heard this tone before in playing the game. So I do not know what it is. I don't know where it's coming from. But it did stop. Good. Now it's back. I have no idea what that sound is. I've never heard it before. Shouldn't there be a light flashing telling me to look at this? Holy cow, that's annoying. Yeah, we're at periscope depth now, aren't we? Slow down. Raise the sat mast and the radar mast and the not the radar mast, sat mast, comm mast. And we'll raise the periscope. I remember that. I don't see anything. What's going on with my periscope? Oh, sweet. Okay, this is exciting. Look, I've got water droplets on the periscope. That's new. That's weird. Got water droplets even when I'm looking away from it. That's interesting. Maybe that's not water droplets. Maybe that's a glitch. Maybe that's Morse code giving me orders. Oh my God, that's not good. I don't know Morse code. No messages so far. All right, let's come to the surface, Yeah, that gets that noise out anyway. Oh, it's raining. That's what it is. That's rain. Okay. Beautiful. That's rain affecting my visuals. At least we're making some progress, but I think my frame rate is slow. Yeah, it is. 3 frames per second. What is the bottleneck here? It's got to be the RAM. Although I wouldn't have thought RAM would affect the visual this much. That is slow. Let's get back inside. It's crazy how slow the RAM is. All right, let's see here. Maybe this is it. Alarms. Rigging. Status. No status overview. That never does anything. All right, we're on the surface now. Maybe that's what that alarm is. It's just telling us to get on the surface. Okay, my performance has picked up a little bit, but it's still half of what it should be. I get and flex all my masts. Okay, let's go to the radio room and see if we got a message. There we go, baby. Tasking order. Okay, first, we don't need to hear that. We know it's there. All right. Early warning. I have been warned. All right. A series of annual training with the 7th Fleet. You play the hunter and the hunted. It's no pressure to opposition force. The Orangistan Naval Force. Interesting. Orangistan sounds like something that would be a slight against Trump. He's got his own naval force now. He named it after his complexion. Fort Ali Burke. That's a lot of ships. I like that. Destroy the Fort Ali Burke without being destroyed. All right, see below. Okay, the fine print. Beautiful. All right, let's retract these. There they go. Yeah, my frame rate's terrible. This is just not good. It's supposed to be minimum spec for 16 gigs of RAM, but unless it's because this mission has so many other ships in it, that's just unplayable. Okay. Depth, 55. Oh, let's see here. Do we know where anything is yet? Ah, there's the formation. Which direction are we going? I don't remember, but it doesn't tell us our information up here for this. You would think this would definitely be where it needs to give us this. All right, we're heading in the right direction. Speed is slow. Pitch, depth, we're trying to go down. Do I need to open my tanks? Find them first. Yeah, I may as well open these. Steering, 2/3. Yeah, we're dropping. Okay, so we have a mission and we are engaged. No alarms, not so far. Now, why does it tell me my speed and my depth? Not that again. Let's go back to radar. Messages. All right. Where are my radio messages? There we go. Got to get that raised so I can see my SAT TV. Oh, cool. Print, huh? That's the first thing I need to do is find out what in the world that message is. All right, 1/3. What's our depth? 55. Oh, that's good. Good. Okay. ESM mast. Rate, lower it. No, wait. I want to go back. Let's go to our ESM station. Seems like we can get a lot closer to the sub than we used to. Interesting. I will definitely turn the graphics down on the next time I start a mission. Alarms. Is that the sound the microwave makes when the timer goes off. I don't know. Okay, I think that's enough for this stream. I've answered a few questions. The game will play, but it is slow, at least for 16 gigs of RAM. And it does have an alarm going off that I have no way of knowing how to silence it. I have never come across it before. Played this game for 40 hours, various builds, but I've never had this alarm. There's got to be a way to silence that alarm. I'll have to go through the tutorials again. Let's see if they have all the units in here now. Oh, nice. Kilo. Nice. This is new. This part's going to be fun. Getting a chance to go up against enemy submarines. But so far, I haven't had any enemy submarine activity. Holy crap, that's annoying. All right, that's enough. I can't take any more of that. No damage. Implementation. Alright, I guess we'll do the review so we'll know where they start. There's where they start. So next time we play it, we'll just charge right in. Whew, give my ears a break. My chat slowed down. Didn't slow down, my chat was delayed. Wingtips World. I will post my specs in the comments or the, what do you call it, description. That annoying noise is an alarm in the submarine, but I never was able to find out what it is. I've played the game 40 hours. I've never had that alarm go off before. Maybe we'll try it again. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to sink stuff, man. And we'll try this mission. Hopefully we won't get that damn alarm again. I played this game for over 40 hours. I've never heard that alarm. CDT996. I used to have an RTX 2070. Or actually a 2060 Super, but I am currently running a RTX 5060 Ti with 16 gigs of RAM. My one bottleneck, as far as I know, is I only have 16 gigabytes of RAM. And I have another 16 coming in today, I hope. I had to mortgage my house for some RAM. Rent-a-cow, I agree. If they can't shoot, it's not really a game. It's just a playable demo. Well, at least the game's loading faster now. All right, no alarm. Thank God. This reminds me of my days when I worked in a chemical plant. Nuisance alarms. All right, we're at 150 feet. Good. Let's see what our briefing tells us. North Koreans, I'm going to sink them. 2 tankers, probably not escorted. I'm guessing it's not going to be much of a challenge for us. But we're going to make this quick and easy here. I'm going to appoint our auto crew. And we're going to report the thermal. Layers at 22 feet. All right, that's another thing I have questions about. Every time I've played this game, the layer's been at 22 feet, which doesn't sound very good, but we'll see. All right. Proceed to the surface. Again with the surface. Man, we spend a lot of time in the surface in this game. Do not understand that. We do have antennas we can raise, right? Should we go to the surface or should we just raise our antennas? Let's start with raising our antennas. Wing DD. I think they extinguish the fire if you rig it for fire. And he says that's a cavitation alarm. I agree. Shouldn't be any cavitation at 5 knots. You always cavitate on the surface. Okay. Okay. 3070 should be on par with 5960. What does that mean? 5960. Just raise the mast. The Admiral's smoking crack. I agree. And he didn't offer me any. Okay, we're going to wait till we get to 55 feet, which looks like it's going to be a while. Meanwhile, let's see what sonar is picking up on our thin towed away array. Nothing, nothing. Let's check our fathometer. Get that lined out. A 3070 should be on par with a 5060. Okay, yeah. Who knows? Who knows? All those numbers are marketing stuff to me. I did watch a video about video cards that said that the difference between a 50, 50, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 was the number of, and I forgot the technological term for it, but the number of patches on the number of bits on the card that are working. So the lower series cards are just the same as the upper series cards, except they have more defects. Now, I don't know how that works. Wingtip world. My 3070 Ti has no chance then. Well, I probably should turn the details down, because once I got that 5060 and put it in there, it ran with details higher pretty well. Okay, so we're cavitating, but we don't have an alarm. That makes me happy. We're at periscope depth. If we're cavitating, I don't see the little yellow light here. We should see a yellow light. Okay, just for the fun of it, I'm going to raise the scope. See if we get our ESM alarm. And if we have any contacts. Must be raining again. Okay, we don't have anything within visual range. Signal. No signal. Okay. Let's raise the EMS. See if we pick anything up. Yes, we're picking up something. No track here, though. Okay, we did get one ping of radar, so we should have something on here pretty soon to tell us which direction it's coming from. Signal. No bearing, though. But at least we know we're not alone here. Still no track. Okay. We're picking up emissions, but this is not telling us anything. Not cool, not cool. Yeah, we're definitely high enough. Okay. Let's see what else is out there. Nothing. We're all alone. Usually when you, let's see, if you hit the page up, page down, you can see other ships, but I'm not seeing anything. No ships, just me. Sonar cavitating. I don't think we're cavitating. If we're cavitating, that light should turn yellow right there. And I got no yellow light. Deep. Well, this is telling me we have something out there. Turn that off. But this is telling me nothing. Wait a minute, I take that back. I'm getting a communication. Well, I was. Where'd it go? Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Very cool, very cool. 5-1 track. Bearing 160 UHF. Well, that's where we want to go, 160. I think that's where I want to go, wherever there's some activity. 160. Let's see if we can. We got a. I think that's something right there. Maybe it's just a glitch. I don't see anything. Let's switch to thermal. I don't see any visual contacts so far. I don't see anything that looks like a visual contact. Are we still getting a signal? Yep. Still getting a signal. And I assume that's the signal we're getting. But our AIS is not telling us anything. And neither is our threat detector. Link. Nothing to link. Do not know. I love that sound though. But I don't love it that much. So, no AI, or at least not any real AI. Now, I haven't seen anything other than one destroyer turn to evade me. But nobody's taken a shot at me, and I haven't had any luck getting any kind of mission to where I have enemy submarines. I still don't know what all these rigging options do. The documentation that they sent me with the pre-release build didn't have any information about this at all. So this may be just decoration for all I know. You should set up your submarine for these conditions, but I don't know if it works or not. All right, well, I think I've seen all I want to see. He's got contacts all over the place. Yeah, but I don't. That guy must be playing dangerous waters. Well, let's see here. Let's check our sonar. Well, we got something going on over here. That's not us, is it? Could be us. Our sonar person has not put anything on the board, so I'm assuming we don't have any contacts yet. Well, the verdict is the game is available to buy. It has very limited missions and scope. The campaign may be the best option for playing this game, because I didn't see any. It's got a ton of ships in here. Yeah, they got ships and stuff, but when I was cycling through it, it was not giving me any I censored that. I wasn't picking up anything on sonar. And they're not moving. None of them are moving. So that doesn't, but well, I'll take it back. These are moving very slowly. Very slowly. But I'm not picking up any sonar, didn't have any visual, didn't have any intel telling me which direction to look. So in that case, I would say that's a mission that would take a while to complete. Campaign. This is the last thing I'm going to try here. Rainbow Panda. I don't want to do this one because I've done it before. No mission selected. Okay. I'm going to take a shot at that. Yeah, I agree with you, Renical. I'm not real concerned about multiplayer. That would be great down the line. There's no point in even thinking about multiplayer if the game is still in demo mode like this. I want a game to where I have something to do, some activity and objectives. I want to know that the enemy may be looking for me, and I always want that doubt in the back of my mind whether I've been detected or not. Chat room for nerds with extra steps. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, multiplayer won't go very well. All right. Let's find out what it's telling me. Back to the radio, back to the surface again. Always to the surface. That's crazy, man. Now we're going to do it this time. We're going to surface, just like it said. We're going to cavitate too, because I don't care. Now, let's see. That's us. Okay, now we see other. See, this is different. You can't see this, but I'm hitting page up, page down. And it shows me the other units in the mission. And in the previous versions of the game, whether you had detected them or not, you could cycle through all the other units that were in the mission. In this case, I'm only cycling 3 things. So I don't know how that works. But that's us heading to the surface again, just like we were told to do. The Admiral is on crack, and he keeps forgetting we have antennas. We should be cavitating like a big dog. Yep, we are. See that yellow light down here? That's the cavitation light, my understanding. And it's here also. I like that. All right. Let's see if this guy's within visual range. So far, I don't hear any radar pinging. Oh, it's a beautiful day, though. Might go ahead and ring the order for all hands to go swimming. All right. Hold that periscope still. All right, no visual contacts. Fine. Let's go to the radio room. Let's raise our antenna. We'll raise the Netflix antenna, and we'll raise the HBO antenna. Yeah, we got something happening. We have a tasking order. Intercept civilian cargo vessel. The Salma H. Yeah, I've sunk her a few times. No other enemy combatants expected. So what does that say? That says nobody's going to shoot at us, right? So yeah, that's not going to help us any. So we get that tone whenever we get a radio message. That's weird. All right, if we're going to sink the Selma, we've got to find the Selma. And they didn't give us any idea where it would be. No alarms. Nothing happening here. Well, they said the AI is in the release. I got some comments from the marketing people telling me that. But keep in mind that I am not an expert at this game. The instructions, the information on how to play the game was very limited. So I don't know for sure if I'm even doing it right. Take that with a grain of salt, my friends. Uncle Neil doesn't pretend to be an expert at any of this stuff. All right, so how do we find an enemy ship? We're going to go back to periscope depth, and we're going to slow down. And once again, we're going to assign our sonar nerd, our sonar chick. Yep, there's our sonar girl. Somebody said that was a terribly rude thing to call her, but I know her. She's very friendly, and she likes to be called the sonar girl. Makes her feel young. It's a term of endearment from my generation, and I'm not going to apologize for it. So, clutch your pearls all you want. This is my sonar dudes over here. Man, he's picking up all kinds of stuff. It looks like he's got it going on. Okay, sonar girl just pulled up a screen. Do we have total ray out? I think we do. No, we don't. We do have the periscope up. Let's take one more look through the periscope. And if anybody corrects me and says it's a photonic mass, I'll bitch slap you all the way to Portugal. I know that. Go back to this. No visual contact. Wait a minute. Nope, that's a star. Okay, so no visual contacts. No radar signal. Let's go to our good old ESM mast. This is going to work here. This is going to get us a contact. There it is. I knew it. I knew it. So now we know which direction to go. Let's track that baby. All right, we think he's going in that direction, but I have a feeling he's going this way. I don't even know what that island's called. Somebody could tell me where I am. Let's see. That's Vietnam, that's China, that's Hong Kong, that's Taiwan, Japan. So this is the Philippines, isn't it? What's China doing messing around over here? Okay. We're going to change course maybe 10 degrees. 50, we're going to change course to 60. And we're going to lower all our scopes. We've got to find out how deep it is before we do anything else. Let's go up here and set this for the fathometer. Fathoms, feet, continuous. Make sure we have room to dive. Wing DD, yeah. They said the same thing. Should be countermakers, flares, chaff. But I haven't seen anything like that so far. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just going to tell you what it is. I'm not passing judgment. I actually have a lot of confidence this game is going to get better and better. And you can take that to the bank. Sonar contact, bearing 77. That's us. That's what we want. Okay, sonar. Uh-oh. There we go. Sonar. All right. That's what we're looking for right there. Looks like he made some noise. Let's go to fire control. Fire control. Get out of here, menu. Yes, 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 yes. So now we know from our ESM that he's over here. He's going 237 knots. Let's knock that down to 15 knots because I doubt if he's going that fast. Ooh, we have a nice little line. Okay, something's happening now and I like it. Range, I don't know, but I don't think he's that close. And why? because we can't see them. Now I'd like to adjust this, but it is finicky. So let's try moving this a little bit. That looks good. Let's change the range to 25. And apply. Okay, that looks better. So you can't just drag these dots around, but you can't. That looks a little better. That looks a little better. Okay, apply that solution, but we want a little further range. Let's try it 30. Because usually at 25,000 you can still see. Whoop, no, I don't like that. That's too far. Where's this AI? Okay. I don't know. I don't know how far away he is. But I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with all this information here. We're going to call this S1. Right? And we're going to go to our torpedoes. We're going to load tube 1. And we're going to set up that solution S1. And we're going to assign it. S1 and A1. But we need to get closer. That's too far to fire. We're just going to set all this junk up and see if we get a chance to shoot at him. And we're going to get closer. Straight archive update. Okay. I'm going to make this real quick. I'm not going to be going for precision. I just want to see if he'll evade. That's beautiful right there. Let's go back to our sonar girl. What's she got for us? Still picking up something. Okay, that's on the bow array. That's compressed. And that's our towed array. So I like that. I like that. That's our false contact. All right. We still got a fair amount of water under us. And we're going to increase speed to, let me check my masts. All the masts are down. We'll increase speed to 2/3. Now, if we start cavitating at this depth at 2/3, I'd be very ashamed of myself. So we're going to drop. Why is there a light glare on the geo plot? Okay, D. Rumweeder. Yeah, there is a light glare. That's just supposed to make it look kind of like ambient conditions you would have if you were in this room. But you can change some of that stuff. Here's the lights. There are presets, which I don't remember exactly which one's which, but we'll switch it to preset 4 and see what happens. Still there. Okay. Lights. Just turn off the lights. All right, better? Yeah? Crew management. Not a firefighter. Yes, there is crew management. Oh, you're saying is there crew management where I can find out if George is in the head when he should be on duty, or if Sally's not getting enough rest? No, they don't have any of that. I don't really see any point in that myself. We got a lot of other bigger fish to fry, right? All right, so we have these two contacts, but we haven't decided their range yet. That's fine. We're just going to get closer and we can get a better solution. Now we're at 150. We're going to drop down to 220 and increase speed and check and make sure we're not about to rub the bottom. Looking good, looking good. fire control. Our sonar girl is doing a great job of keeping us updated. So now, and the only map tools I can figure out how to use is this, and this is not very helpful, but I want to see how far I've come. That's 5 nautical miles, so it's well within range of a torpedo. But I would like to get half this distance before I fire anything. So let's find out. Let me look at my specs real quick. CPU and GPU usage is low. The RAM is about 3/9 filled. Memory, frames per second, 31. So that's all pretty normal for my rig. Yeah, CDT 996 would be cool to have management of the boat and people, not core experience. Yeah, that's true. That's a auxiliary feature. That would be nice, but I can be honest with you. I've never used it that much in Silent 3 or 4, or 3 at least. I don't remember if 5 had it or not. It's been a while since I played it. Smudge. Yeah, I understand, and I think that's a fair assessment. I think the developers of the game would agree that if you're not super enthusiastic and willing to, dive in super early, it doesn't hurt to put this on hold and wait for more content, better refinement. Okay, let's try our what do you call it? Time compression, 2x. Let's see, it'll flash this thing here and tell me it drops out if it's not going to be able to handle it. But this mission only having one enemy ship, it should handle it fine. That's 2x. Let's go to 4x and put up our specs. And my GPU is handling this fine, so is my CPU. I think my bottleneck is the RAM, but I don't know if that affects the graphics that much. No, it's not an open world game, but this is not. I don't really know if open world's that big a deal in a game like this. Basically, you have a theater that you're assigned to, and everything's going to happen in that theater. If you decide to sail off to Rio de Janeiro, you're not gonna have anything happen. All right, let's go to 6x because I want to get there. This stream has gone on way too long. I wish the stream had started just now. Yep, there we go. Lost my time compression. I will definitely change my graphic settings next time too and lower them back down. Back to 1x. All right, 4 looks like the max. We get a little closer. I'd like to get a visual bearing on it, and then we'll take a shot. But if this is just that enemy cargo ship, it's not going to shoot back at us. So the whole objective is to find out how the AI is working in the game, and I think my assessment is minimal at best. I think about another 10 minutes of playing time is about all I've got in me for right now. My editor from my novel just called me and asked me to check a few things with the marketing people there. So that's probably what I'll be doing the rest of the day. Working on my book. Waiting for Netflix to call. Now we're on a good intercept course if he's here, but we have him calculated at being over here. Now when we get visual, we do a radar range, we'll know exactly the range and we'll have a perfect bearing update. So that's encouraging. Let's change our heading back to 50. And let's come to 1/3 and make our depth 55. I'm doing all of this at 4x time compression. Autosave, very important. Very important. All right, we don't need this anymore. Autosave. And I apologize for the length of this stream. I will probably, when I put this up as a regular video, I'll probably have timestamps where people can skip all the game loading problems and mission failures. Getting sonar updates. Yep. We're probably down below the layer, the old 22-foot layer again. All right, where are we? We're at periscope depth. Getting close. We still only have 2 whales and a cargo ship. Yep, only 2 whales and a cargo ship. All right, let's take a look at. Everything looks good. Sonar contact. What is he saying here? Sonar contact. Sierra 3. That's probably the whale. All right, we don't need time compression now. Raise the mast. Come on up. Still no visual. You're kidding me. Wow. So maybe that range is right. That is wild. He is far, far, far away. All right, we have Sierra 3 and new contact Sierra 3 again. Interesting. Where's my Sierra 3s they're talking about? I don't see them on the map. Now, we've made half the distance up. That's my ESM signal. I'm more... This guy here is definitely not 16,000 yards away. So, the only way to clear this that I know is to close it and open it back up. And I want to mark my spot here. I don't have any other map tools that I can find. I haven't found any map tools. Wait a minute. Maybe I spoke too soon. Route, waypoint. Yeah, I haven't played with any of this stuff yet. New route, speed, text. I don't know. I haven't played with any of this yet. I just want to know. Let's come to a new course of 030. Of course, the all right. What is that red dot? I don't know. I haven't seen that before either. Philippines. Yeah, Red Guard. What are we doing in the Philippines? You better leave the Philippines alone, man. Okay. Are we changing course like I asked? Yeah, we are. All right, let's go back to our ESM mast. Raise it. See if we get a new A1. It should be over here somewhere. There we go. There it is, just like I said. Just like I said. So our ESM contact is in the same rough bearing as our sonar contact. The only thing we're missing is a visual contact. And I want a visual contact. But maybe we'll try a harpoon on this guy. Just can't believe I can't see him. He's very far away. Whoa, baby. Now we're talking. He is right there. Okay. Laser range. All right, this is a new contact. We're going to take a laser shot. He is 11,000 yards away, according to this. Let me take one more, make sure I get right in the thick of it. He is 11,000. All right, angle of the bow. If I'm doing this right, it's left 90 or 270. Speed, let's put 15 because that's all we know. He's an enemy. Mark him. Okay, we have our first visual contact. Our S1 and our V1 and our A1. Okay, so S1 and V1. We're going to merge. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. But we are definitely going to take a shot at this guy. All right, load tube 1. Set up the Mark 48 here. Tube 1 assigned to. Well, it won't let me assign it. Let's try this again. Master 1, apply. Go back here. Master 1, tube 1, assigned. 2,000 yards, we can make it 5,000 easy. Not 50. 5. Active 50, update. Okay, we're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Open the door. Okay. We'll take another visual bearing. He hasn't changed that much, so he's not going too fast. Range is the same. We're going to make the speed 10 knots. Mark. Now we should have 2 visual contacts. And I believe that's close enough. Course 318, I'm going to say his course is 295. Okay, I like it. I like it. Does anybody want to take a bet whether I can hit him or not? It's time to lay your money down. Get the good old obligatory money shot here. Fire torpedo. Okay, I hit fire, but what happened? Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. Thank you. God, for a minute I thought the game was going to crash. I love the visual effects. Beautiful, baby. Okay. I hope I'm not torpedoing a whale. Okay, so my torpedo should come from this side over here. Beautiful. We'll get another visual contact. I don't even need to change the range because that hasn't changed. Bingo. Let's see how our torpedo's doing. It's doing great. All right, A1 is just a general bearing based on the ESM signature. We don't care about that anymore. We're looking at M1, tube 1 at 5,000. It should go from transit to active. This is easy peasy. Let's see what our sonar girl's doing for us. There's our torpedo. There's our target, nice and steady. Beautiful. All right, torpedo girl. I know it pisses some people off when I say that. Oh, there's our torpedo girl. Let's see, how do we do this again? Report the thermal. Is it still at 22 feet? Yep. Thermal at 22 feet. Why am I over here? Let's take a look at our... Let's go up to our sound profile page. Yeah, this says 72. That says 223 scale, 1,000 feet. Put 2,000 feet on here and try it. Same difference. Baby, baby, baby. Moving along. No torpedo sounds. You don't hear anything. Okay, this stream is nearing the end because still testing out the new release build. What's the verdict? Verdict is the AI is minimal at best, at least from what I've seen. The other part, mission scope, minimal at best. Scenarios, not too sure about. Dive into the action, you get two choices. Convoy or one-on-one against the enemy surface combatant. No submarines that I can find. But this is the campaign. In the campaign, at least the first mission is similar to the way it was in the pre-release build. I'm happy with that. What the hell is he doing? That's not normal. Or is he on the bathroom break? I shouldn't be looking. Okay, where did I say our torpedo is coming from? Should be coming from his port side. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see here. He's just moving along, doing his job. Carrying contraband for the terrorists. We got to make America great again by sinking this guy. Keeping the Philippines safe for democracy. All right, our torpedo is in transit mode still. And yes, we can steer the torpedoes. We just have to change our TMA and then change our solution. But I'm going to leave it alone now. I'm going to switch over here. It should be going to active pretty soon. Should be going to search or active. I want to do it now. We said 5,000. How far has it gone? It's gone over 7,000. So it should be active very soon. Some whales sleep vertically. Well, maybe that's what he's doing. Search, still in search mode. Now it's in search mode. I take it back. Now it is in search mode. Now, of course, we can cheat, and that's what I'm going to do because I'm playing this game just to test things out, not to show anyone my prowess at doing submarine games. Oh, he's come to the surface, so that's good. And we can see this clown over here. So everything's working like it should. Let me go back to my verdict. Also, another thing was it took a lot of loading to get the game to load right. That's could be my computer. I don't know. And it does run slow at times. Hopefully by tomorrow, I will have 32 gigs of system RAM in addition to my 5060 Ti with 16 gigs of RAM. And that's as much as I'm going to upgrade my system. My CPU is handling this fine. It's no problem there. Okay, getting closer, but not there yet. All right, so the torpedo, this solution is not right because the torpedo is attack mode, so he must be over here somewhere, but I'm not going to change any of this. Interesting. I hear the news playing somewhere, but it's not coming from me. Still in attack mode. Okay, I guess I embarrassed that whale enough to where he went back to a normal posture. This is going to be fun. It's always fun to hit a target. Uh-oh. Come on now. Don't be like that. Where is he? There he is. Still on course. Torpedo still in attack mode, right? Yeah, it is. So, yeah, my solution's a little off, but that's okay because it's close enough to get the torpedo to go into active mode. Oh, no. Back to that again. I'm going to stop playing around with the whales. Okay, where's my torpedo? Anyone see it? Is that it? Be my luck, that'd be a whale. Should be coming in pretty quick. I believe that's it right there. This guy's a goner. Boom. Took him down. One for the team. Oh, and he's sinking hard, too. Beautiful. I opened up his holds. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, he's sunk. All right, we've done all we need to do here. We're going to exit mission. We're going to watch the stream. That's the first mission of the campaign. Okay, whale, and there's the Selma. Sensor data, I don't have any yet. That's when I first got the, what do you call it, EMS signal. That was probably my sonar signal getting refined. Now, according to this, that's the actual location. So I had him further away because I couldn't find him visually, not at first. But after I closed up the range, I could find him visually. And then I merged those two there. There we go. And launched a torpedo. So he turned a little bit from my original tracking, which is fine because, like I said, all you have to do is get the torpedo in the general area and you got it. So that's enough for one day. I'm going to test this game on my own some more, and then I'll probably stream again tomorrow one more time with updated RAM and see how that plays in it. Also, I may reset my visual from overall quality very high. I may start with low and work my way up. Let's go with medium. Real-time rendering, anti-aliasing, and enable buildings. What buildings? I haven't seen a building in this game yet. And I don't care about shadows. I don't care about weeds on the floor. I don't care about the weed shadows. If it uses any resources at all, I don't care. Let's see. Every time I turn that off, it goes back on. Okay, so let's see. We'll save these settings. And we'll call it a day. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your patience, and I enjoyed talking to you. Let me go through the chat real quick and see if there's anything else I need to answer. Renical says, do you know if there's a way for players to submit or report bugs? I think there's a debug option in the game, but I haven't used it. Other than that, you probably just post it on their WaveOps Discord and let the community managers collect them. That's the last I've heard. Elvar, I'm back. Any signs of the implementation of AI? Not really. Nothing other than the enemy surface ship seemed to be evading me. I didn't hear any active sonar. I didn't see any kind of decoys. And no one shot at me. And I agree. AI is important. So if you're, stay on the fence. It's okay. There's no shame in waiting. After a few days, they may release another patch and it may add AI. And hopefully they'll just give us a breakdown on exactly what's in the game instead of us having to play detective and find out. Hey, thanks, Wing. Thank you very much. I appreciate the encouragement about my novel. I'm selling a steady stream of it so far. It's caught the notice of at least one established publisher. Hopefully it'll continue to gain some support and visibility. And if you ended up reading it and posting a review on Amazon, give me a shout. I'd love to read it. I hope you enjoy it. A bug tracker is important for early access. Yeah, I agree. I just don't know anything about it. So that's something I'll have to check into. Okay, for today, that's it, or at least for now. I may check back in tomorrow after I update my computer and try another round. So for now, that's it. Thanks for joining me. Good hunting, and don't forget to close the hatch.